how different I look after 2.5 years. How different is this? This is the burgundy shade. It has spread so evenly and so well. I'm so thankful to God, because nobody was assured that it's going to look like this. Because usually I told you, you apply on black hair or your pre-colored hair, nobody leaves their hair to gray like this for so long. So I had this much of gray hair, and in that it looks like this. So good, I'm telling you. I'll show you in the sun as well how natural it is. See, you just cannot make out. Now this is going to last. This is kind of permanent hair color, which means that it will never fade. Okay, so it's worth it. I think they applied it this length, not till the end, I'm sure, because it's not enough. I gave them actually 2 bottles of it, and it's not enough. So if you want it this length, full gray, full color, then they need 3 bottles. But I really liked it. I think it suits my skin, and it's very light. It's natural. It's not a bright color like how usually it looks, because before and after they were so surprised. Even the parlor people were like, your face has totally changed. And I the first impression, it's like seeing your baby after delivery. When you look at your face in the mirror after coloring and when they were drying, I got a shock. In the sense, I was so surprised looking at the difference, how different it is. Okay, so for now it's goodbye silver hair, natural gray hair. It's not silver, it's natural gray. And let's see, when I'm maybe in my 60s again, I will change to that. Okay, so this is it. And today is a very special day for me, because you don't know how it feels after so long to color your hair. You have no idea. And I really enjoyed sitting there. It's nice to be in the parlor for a very long time, isn't it? It's so much of relaxation when you're there, and you can see people cutting their hair and doing so many things. It's really nice. So I'm totally in this mode today. I will not be able to speak anything more on anything as of now, because I just want to see. Let's change the filter and see. Okay, more natural than this probably. That's because I just washed my face and I got fresh, because it's very sunny outside, and so I had to. Whenever I wash my face and I show up and make a video, it looks like this. But do let me know what's the difference. How different is it? Okay, I would like to. Next is my ear piercing, which is in the line. So I'm going to pierce probably 1 or 2 more than this. Okay, it's going to look really nice. So one period of my life probably is getting over. This is a new period of my life, new phase. That's why so much changes happening in my life, and I'm not feeling frustrated. I'm not feeling hard going through that. In fact, I'm feeling peaceful, and that obviously shows that whenever you are peaceful going through a phase, that means you are doing something that God wants you to do. That's a clear sign of it, because if you are, usually people get stressed and they have so much of not frustration comes after a period of time, but people have so much of I don't know what you call that. They're so worried about going through the transition, and you can't blame them. It's quite natural, right? Really, when you're going through that phase, that only means that you are trying to push yourself into something. It's not something that's happening smoothly, which means that either God has something else in store for you, or or it's just that you are not ready for that, you're not prepared to go through that. That's what it shows. Okay, so for me this transition seems to be very smoothly happening, and I'm kind of enjoying it and not feeling bad about it at all, which means that it's a clear sign that this is what God wants from you. So today is a good day for me. I really enjoyed being there. I applied it for and left it for 40 minutes. The thing is that the staff there, even they did not have any idea what it is going to turn out. So they just said some of the incidents when some people colored it, and when they actually saw it, it seems it was very unnatural and too bright. And they said, what if it happened so? I said, it's okay if it happened so. I'm going to live with that for next 1.5 months, and then later color it to a different natural color. And obviously this is going to a little bit, it's going to fade with each wash. That happens with hair coloring. Still it's going to look better. It's a kind of a grape color. Now you have so much of options when it comes to hair colors. The other day I went to the shop and I checked on the streaks options, which they have quite a lot of options, quite many. It's really nice. So that most of them were for highlighting. I've never done highlighting. In fact, I told you I don't know what is the term they use for that. I wanted another color from here till here. I wanted that. So for that, let me get used to this first, and let me make sure everything is fine with this, because hair is a lot about your health. If you don't manage it just like your nails and things like that, you are going to lose it a lot. Because I know, I have the experience. I've lost a lot of hair at different stages. That's the reason I've had different lengths of hair, in the sense the shoulder length and short and all that. So depending on the health of your hair, it keeps. See, look at this. That day, remember how it was? This is how it looks now. Pretty natural last time. So nice. I have quite some forehead. It's born like that. It's not because of hair loss or anything. It's just that I have I don't know, my forehead is pretty broad, you can see. It's like that. So that's for today. Let me show you how it looks when I tie my hair as well. So this is the tied look. Okay, it's nice. It's so comfortable when you tie your hair. So it's very hot outside. So what day is today? Weekend. So my weekend started really good, I would say. So this goes to all the people who have tried to persuade me that I should go for hair coloring from a long time. And believe me, this is 2.5 years. 2.5 years of efforts to turn my hair to that, however it looked before. So if you want to make a difference, you just have to go back to the previous video that I shared. Before and after is now. This is the new video. Okay. So much difference. It's all your part of life which becomes your memories later. I've done this, I've done this. Like today when I told them that I want to pierce my ear here, one more or two more probably, they told me, have you ever done before? I said yes, I've done it long back and I have memories of it. I used to wear it as well, and it was not a good feeling. So see, whatever you do in your life, it remains with you in your memory. It never goes. So it is something that you can carry all the time. Okay, so that's the reason you should do a lot of things, some mistakes, so many corrections, so many things in your life, because it is going to stay with you. And there comes a period in your life when you have to just live with your memories. Sometimes it comes. There are occasions in life when you just sit back and think of all those memories. I've done this, I've done that, and all those things goes there. It's part of life. Okay, that's have a good weekend. So as per my new schedule, I was supposed to sing today and I did not sing. I have not got used to the new schedule at all. I don't know why. Some of the things that you say you will do, you have not yet done. I think your body parts, all your body parts, including your hair, it's like your babies. It's like how you feel about gardening. You know, when you're gardening, you know how much you like your plants, and how closely you're connected to your plants. Ask anybody who are into gardening; they'll tell you how connected they feel with their plants. Just like how connected they feel about your pets. So the same way is your body parts. I think if you love your body parts, including your nails, your hair, your lips, it's going to stay healthy than the natural way. Because why? Because it's simple. If you care about yourself, you're going to be sure you're going to give more attention to those parts and basically to yourself, and that shows up, right? That's a simple fun dance. It's quite simple. It's not rocket science. Okay? That's for today. I wish everyone a happy weekend, and I have to take some pictures after this and send to some of the people who have told me a million times, color your hair, and I've never done that. So I will just send a picture to them saying that I have finally obeyed your request, because it was more of a request than a wish. And I'm so thankful to those ladies at the parlor who did this for me, because they made it feel like it's so easy. It's not that easy. Coloring your hair is very difficult, but when it is done together, when the staff do it, they make it feel like it's so easy. Just try doing it yourself, you will realize how difficult it is. Okay, so that's about it. Be thankful to all the people who help you in one or the other way, because you realize the difficulty when you do some things alone. Then you realize how hard it is. Okay, this is one simple example for that. Take care. I'll be back on Monday. Sunday is my off day, probably doing something else. I've got a lot of things to do in my chamber which I've never done. I become kind of lazy all the time, scrolling through YouTube and Facebook, and I was just telling today how much of a waste of time is that. Scrolling through these social medias, what happens is that you put a lid on your brain and it's totally closed. That's what happens. Then later you cannot think. Your reasoning skills is held up when you keep scrolling, and that's one disadvantage of using too much of social media at odd times. The scrolling habit is not good, and I have this habit because whenever you're sitting and there is nothing serious to do, you just keep scrolling, which is not good. Okay, so take care and have a good weekend. I'll have my lunch now and take some pictures as well.